But here we are, Mahogany Bay, Roatan, Honduras. So, hope this stays up. I'm gonna turn around so you can see. So that is the Mahogany Beach Resort, which is set up for cruise ships. So actually quite a nice location that they've got put together here. Here's the dock, so you can see there's the dock going down to the little area of their shops, your standard cruise ship shops right there. So you can see those, and here's beautiful the island. And then if you look carefully, I'm not sure, let's zoom in so you can see. Hi, Matt. So right above that bridge you can see a skyway. People going, mostly coming back this direction, mostly empty now. It's 4:30, all aboard is at 5:30. We don't actually sail away until 6 o'clock, but sunset is at 5:20. And so I kind of figured we're gonna be in the middle of darkness for Sailaway, so I thought we'd start earlier. So let me zoom back out so you can see. So there's our normal view. And again, here's the wharf where we're moored, and so you can see straight down to the the midship and forward gangways are open. Then you walk directly over to the shops right here. And so we walked through, and if you look, there's just this jungle-ish kind of stuff here. We just walked right through. They have an absolute beautiful walkway they've created. They actually have two portions of it. There's a nice wide paved cement path, but there's also a gravelly, more naturey walkway, and I'll post some videos of our walking. But it was just a beautiful 10 to 15 minute stroll. So from end to end, where we got off the ship, walked up the little pier, walked through the little shop area, through down the path, and then across the bridge over there, we were to the beach. Beautiful little beach area. The water temperature was perfect. I felt it was not as clear as I would have hoped. So maybe because, I don't know, for some reason it was a little murkier than I'd hoped, but it was still very pleasant swim. No waves, so you know it feels right now like the breeze is coming from directly the direction I'm looking. So the little breakwater they've got there with a little pier walking out there, that protects from the ocean waves, so it's very calm. The water was absolutely gorgeous. A lot of people in the water just floating around. They had floats you could rent. They have paddle boats you can rent. They have cabanas you can rent and umbrellas. I'll put the picture up later of all the pricing that they've got. Paddle boards, you can just a lot of stuff. Snorkel gear if you'd like. They have food available for purchase as well. So lots and lots of lounge chairs. So they've done a nice job putting in the palm trees, the nice sand beach, all the facilities you need, nice restroom, place to shower and wash off the salt water if you'd like. And again, this hard to see from this distance, but they do have a skyway. So it's looks like 3 or 4 across that you can ride. I think it was $5 or $10 is what I saw. So if you wanted to not walk, or if you wanted to, I guess, see it from a different perspective. So let's see. So Matt's here. Have a Coke. Let's see. Loretta was here in 2024 and walked to the beach just like we did. Kathy thought it was really good. Gordon at the next yes. I plan to be at the next yes no. I will redeem myself and the entire Let's Go family. Curtis here, Pimento. So thank you, Curtis. 4 Second is doing great. So just real nice day. Had a big rain cloud come in while I was swimming, so didn't want to get wet, so I stayed in the water. Tell me the irony there. The rain cloud came and went, so that didn't last long. Again, just nice, relaxing, quite warm earlier. There's a bit of a breeze right now. I'm going to go to the other side of the ship in a minute and let you see Mahogany Bay, which from some stuff I've been reading, it used to be called Dixon Cove, or maybe it still is Dixon Cove. And so they've got Mahogany Beach Resort, you got Mahogany Bay. So I don't know how Dixon Cove ties in, but I did a little bit of research for you to tell you something when I get to the other side. So, but I thought, let you see where the water is, where you can see. The water's very clear. As we were swimming, some of the people there were saying, yeah, they're told that there are alligators and crocodiles in the water. So there's that. Cruise director Giuseppe, if that's him, he's doing a great job, doing a really good job. So all right, let's go aft and let you see. And again, if you've just joined in, we're doing this earlier before the actual Sailaway. Sailaway again is at scheduled for 6 p.m. But sunset is also saying it's at 5:20. So, and this time of year when the sun goes down, it doesn't stay as light after sunset. So we figured it would be almost too dark for any good sail away. So we're here now. Wanted to touch base. Yesterday, anybody who had joined in, I apologize. What I found out was that if somebody tries to call me while I'm in the middle of a live, it takes away the microphone. But I did find a way to reset it quickly. And so if that happens again, and somebody decides that they need to call me, I think if I just swap the camera around, it actually kicks it back in. So we will hopefully not have to try that. So for those of you that are here, thank you for joining. And I'll go over here to the other side. And sorry if it bounces a little as I get there. Plus I'm gonna be putting on my hat and sunglasses, because that sun is intense here. And I need a hat, and I like the sunglasses, so. Come back here, show you the, no, this is not a port where we have to be shuttled in. They have the pier right down there. Here's the aft pool. Wonderful pool, 4 feet deep. In fact, after I swam over there on the, in the beach over there, I came over here, showered in the shower that's right there to wash off the salt, and I jumped in the pool. So, enjoyed that. So anyway, Oh, there's a ship off in the distance. I don't know if you can see it, and I don't know where it was. We were the only ship here in Mahogany Bay, so I'm not sure where that ship was. In fact, I can see another ship. It's way too bright, but so just beyond us here is another port with more ships, and I'll look at Cruise Mapper to find out what they were. So so this is Mahogany Bay. So let's see. Oops. Data about travel. Loved Roatan. No, we didn't do any excursions. We just wanted to see the port. So had a Maya Princess all-inclusive beach day. That sounds great. So it's interesting here. You look and see, you can see this boat ship that is just parked. I guess it's filled with water and on the bottom. Oh, here comes a ferry, or maybe it's a excursion boat coming in. And if you look just beyond it there is a half-sunken freighter. So as soon as this boat gets past us, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit to let you see that in a minute. And I Googled it because I was interested in what it was and what it meant and why it's there. So, oops. But beautiful. We've never been to Honduras before. The last two times that we were scheduled to come, both times it was canceled. First time we were on the Caribbean Princess, and it was too windy. And a year later, we were on the it was the Vloggers Cruise on NCL. So, all right. So the boat in the middle, I'm being told, is the M. Alexandre. It was a cement cargo boat. That makes sense. And this other one over here, I'm going to zoom in if I can. There we go. So you can see that other half-sunk freighter. That, I'm told, is called the Tulum, just like the ruins over there by Cozumel. And what I read as I looked it up on Google was that it was a freighter, and it was laden with Honduran pine. And so they were, there's a couple of rumors about it, that they were headed out, but then they started to list. And so rescue was called, and the best they could do was pull it over here. And this is also called Dixon Cove. And so they pulled it over here. A lot of the freight, the pine, they fell off, and they of course floated as wood. So they pulled it all off and sold it. And also there's in that story that the possibility that the owners of the ship may have actually been planning to scuttle it for an insurance scam, and that they had hit the wrong bilge valves, and so it kind of went haywire. That it was supposed to sink somewhere else quickly in open water, but they were able to bring it here. So after a few years, they talked about moving it, talked about just getting it out of the way, and realized, well, it's not really a navigational hazard. So it's been left there. It is known as one of the 2 most photographed ships, or should I say half-sunken ships, in the Caribbean. So it's very well known. People love to come and see it and take pictures of it. So let's see, had a couple of people. You're definitely at a different terminal than we were. Roatan is amazing and beautiful. Yeah, and I can see under the sunset over there 2 ships. So, and it looks like maybe an airport between us. What else? Love Mahogany Bay and the walk to the beach. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. So there's some catamarans down here. If you want to charter one for the day, or maybe they do excursions and such. That looks like fun. So just wanted to let you see what it's. There's some windmills up there for power. Just absolutely beautiful. We have been just amazed at the beauty here today. So last night I was checking in on Cruise Mapper and noticed that the Star Princess, which we were on last week, was here yesterday, and so we passed it in the night. And Majestic Princess, I don't know where it was yesterday, but we passed it in the night also, and I think they were both headed to where we were yesterday in Cozumel. So always fun to see where our sister ships are. But just beautiful. Thought you'd enjoy the sunset here. We'll hang around here for a little bit. We've got 20 minutes before it's dinner time, so maybe another 15-20 minutes before I take off. I'm glad this live is going a little better than the last one. So otherwise, yeah, we just yesterday was our second day in Cozumel. So we went to a beach resort, and if you've seen the video, which apparently some of you had in order to know about the yes/no game, we went to the Islands Beach Resort, which was just a 15 to 20 minute drive directly north along the coast of Cozumel. And there were 15 of us from our Love Boat Group cruise that joined us. And so for your information, anybody who goes to that Islands Beach Resort as a princess excursion, they just use a minibus or taxis to get you there. And they have those same minibus / taxis that come back pretty much every half hour. That was a beautiful resort there. If you see the video or my pictures from Facebook, you can check that out and see. That was absolutely wonderful. They got some floats out there you can sit on. So I was there for an hour just sitting on the beach, and then for another hour in the water bobbing around, and then came back, and it was just a wonderful time. Last night I showed you during our 5-minute live that there were some pier runners, and there were actually 2 sets of pier runners. So we had a couple that was in a bicycle, one of those little taxi bicycles coming down the wharf, and so they made it to the cheers and jeers of their shipmates, and across the other ship that was there, the Carnival, the one that lost its lifeboat. So there was lots of cheers for that. And then a few minutes later, another couple who actually did come running down the pier, and then we were able to cast off and sail away. So we were probably about 5 to 10 minutes later than what we should have been, but it was not too bad. So but yeah, just beautiful here. The first day we were in Cozumel, we did not go on any excursion. Allison got caught up on a lot of travel agency stuff. I got caught up on a lot of work. So there's that. And today or yesterday we did those beach excursion, and I fell asleep and had a nap in the afternoon. And then last night we had some good times in the piazza. And so then today, again, the Roatan Mahogany Beach, and here we are. So we have 2 sea days heading back to Galveston. So tomorrow is, thought there was something going on with the crew, with the Love Boat cast. I think last night was some trivia with Jill Whalen. And as we understand, I think Charles got off the ship in Cozumel because she had to get back to Las Vegas. And then, so tomorrow's Friday. Saturday, they will do a vow renewal. And so we were looking forward to that. So Holly said she got to hold a sloth and macaw in Roatan a couple years ago. Heard that you can't do that anymore. I don't know. I have no idea. I know they have some excursions that you can go see the animals. We didn't sign up for any of those. We're just taking it easy. This is a vacation that we're not running around. So we're getting ready for the next, for the Christmas market group cruise next month. That will be a lot of running between Christmas markets. So anybody have any questions? Appreciate people piping in about Roatan. I'll be here another 10 minutes and then I think I'll head out. But just wanted to share it with you. Let me go back to the sunset. Just absolutely gorgeous. The temperature here today, let's see, it is currently 83 degrees. So I think it got up to maybe 85. Of course, it's humid. So hot and humid and a strong sun, but very pleasant, really. A fair breeze, keep you going. So yeah, the other ship is also taking off over there. So both of the ships that have left that other harbor are now gone. So let me go back aft. I'm not telling you the weather to make you jealous. I'm just telling you the weather so you enjoy and anticipate with some glee your next cruise to the Caribbean. So no, the question was posed, were there any other ships in port with us? No. You can see there's room for one right there. But we were the only ones here. So, and that doesn't look like there's a lot of room there, but I'm not measuring it, so. Emil is not with us. Emil is on the Star Princess. So, he was here yesterday on the Star Princess. Okay. There we go. Back here at Mahogany Beach Resort. Again, I think they've done a wonderful job putting that together. So if you have a cruise scheduled for Mahogany Bay, which I assume they be exclusively where Princess comes, I don't know, but I don't think you'll be disappointed. They had other excursions, of course, that took off from this area right up here. My sister and her husband went on a chocolate factory tour. So then they have some that go into the jungle and you get to look, and maybe they do still let you hold the animals. So, but over there, like I said, at the and I do know there was like a couple of sailing excursions. So Fiona, yeah, she put a bunch of pictures on our Facebook group about Mahogany Bay over there. They were there early, enjoying the warmth that they will miss once they return back to Edinburgh area in Scotland. So just don't quite have this beach in there, do you, Fiona? So yeah, this is just wonderful. We have just had a wonderful time with everybody. The weather has been perfect. I got talking to one of our Let's Go family viewers that I met in the buffet and in the Horizon Court, and he was saying they've been on here. This is their third back-to-back that they are on, and the weather the previous two times was not as nice as it has been this time. So we definitely have the better weather. Last week, in fact, they could not dock in Cozumel because it was too breezy and too rough. So definitely we're blessed to have what we have on this one. So let me turn this a little bit so you can see again. So here's the pier. There it is right below us. So thank you, Holly. Yes, please hit the like button. So the pier is very short. In fact, there's the aft of the ship in line with that little shop right there. You got your standard duty-free shop that's going there with all the stuff that you would expect. And then up to a number of other shops, your normal Diamonds International, Caraloa, everything else. They also had a barbecue jerk place. So just everything you'd expect to find. Places to find t-shirts, sweatshirts, you name it, you're gonna find it here. So, but absolutely beautiful day. We are again very blessed. Let me zoom back out so you can see the entire thing before I end here in about 5 or 10 minutes. So hope everybody's having a good time. We do not plan another live until Monday when we are back home. So we'll have a couple of videos between now and then, the dailies coming up. So we'll tell you what other things are going on. So we have, like I said, tomorrow and the next day are sea days. So that's Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday is when we are back to Galveston and when we disembark, and we have an excursion that will take us to the NASA Space Center, Johnson Space Center for NASA. So we're excited for that because our flight is not until in the evening. So that will give us time to spend getting to the airport and seeing some of the sights. Again, we've never been to Texas before, so we're excited to see the NASA Johnson Space Center for NASA. Thought that'd be fun. We'll report back on that and how that excursion went. We will arrive home Sunday night, and back to it on Monday. And so we plan a live Monday night, and we'll let you know what we think if we want to do live with an airplane. I think it just took off. I think, like I said, that's an airport over there. We'll discuss whether we do a live on Friday, the weekend of Thanksgiving. We may have family visiting us, so that may preclude that. So we'll try to do, like I said, we plan to do the one on Monday, and we'll go from there. So I'll just pan around here and then I'll go to the other side, let you see the sunset before it drops, and then go from there. But just absolutely beautiful place. They've done a wonderful job here. Surely enjoy. I'm sure if you've not been here and it is on your schedule, you will not be disappointed. So yes, we will thoroughly enjoy going to the NASA Johnson Space Center. We lived the Apollo and Gemini days of those getting us to the moon and all that. All right, so let me come around the other side and we'll see the sunset. Again, I mentioned that this is the aft pool. It also is the aft smoking area. So but wonderful pool, very, very enjoyable. So if you're on the Regal Princess, recommend it, just because it's not as crowded as the rest. A little bit of smoke. When you're moving, you don't notice it near as much because the wind knocks it away. So here's our Mahogany Bay sunset. Join us. Let me get over here where we can stop. Sorry if there's a hiccup right there. Hopefully we're not dropped. Okay. Absolutely beautiful place. Hope everybody's enjoyed it. Hope you all have a good evening. Thank you for joining us. And we'll talk to you all again real soon. You all have a wonderful evening. God bless you. Love you. Good night.